with MakingStarWars.net.
It's not piss, I swear. How's it going, everyone? I'm Jason Ward from MakingStarWars.net. That's supposed to be Baja Blast Mountain Dew, but I think it's Diet Mountain Dew. It doesn't taste good, but whatever. So, anyways, I already did a show today. I'm doing another one, real quick one, at least a real quick one. Lego's information leaked out all over the internet, and in it there was a bunch of information. This comes from promobricks.de, which is, I guess, a Lego fan site, I'm gonna guess, and a bunch of information on there that is fairly interesting to us Star Wars fans. I went on X-Wing show and I dropped the name of the Inquisitor's ship, and that was confirmed. That is the Scythe Transport SCYTHE. So another scoop confirmed for what it's worth. Matt Risman, I am gonna choke you out, you son of a bitch. No, we are here to confirm his name though too. Don't worry, Matt. Don't worry, Matt. I think this tryst of ours is over with this, unfortunately. So there's a set coming out called Obi Wan Kenobi versus Darth Vader, 30 studs wide. That's a lot of studs, boys and girls. Wide diorama made of mainly gray bricks and trans orange cheese slopes. Trans orange cheese slopes. That sounds like if Donald Trump was on Drag Race. Includes small yellow lift truck, blah 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 blah. Comes with Obi-Wan with printed cloak and new mullet hairpiece. Vader, okay, Imperial officer Tala Durith and Ned B. So, and Ned B is the droid who everyone thought was Rex. That's who Ned B was. Sorry, I'm slouching a little bit here. And then Imperial officer Tala Durith. So that's Indira Varma's character. So, and then Inquisitor Scythe Transport, Black Inquisitor ship with foldable wings and interior. Includes the Grand Inquisitor with breastplate and cape, the third sister Reva with cape, the fifth brother with breastplate, and Obi-Wan Kenobi with blue torso and cloth poncho. So, and once again, I think in a weird way, this confirms what I've been saying too. Those three Inquisitors are pretty much all that we see. There's that fourth, that the third sister was Reva the third sister? Was another one, and she just, I don't think she really does anything. The other's the other one. Then this is kind of interesting. Andor spaceship and speeder bike includes a small gray spaceship with upturned wings and a sand-colored speeder bike. Comes with 3 minifigures, one dressed completely in blue with a blue cape, a second with beige coat and blonde hair with receding hairline, and probably Cassian Andor with brown beard, Sirius black hairpiece, and brown coat. So, yeah, but we got those names and confirmed once again. Imperial officer Tala Durith, Ned B. Like I said, like Ned Beatty. And also one thing, I was gonna do a story on Ned like a while ago, but when the first teaser came out, like you could see, like I think it was in the first teaser, an Arbesh or whatever, his name Ned is like literally on him, and I was like, nah, low hanging fruit at that point. I should have did it earlier. But I might have more on Ned pretty soon. I'm not positive though. I meant to have more on Ned already, but I never got like permission to talk about Ned more, so I didn't. And but Tala Durith, and like I was saying, like you remember how it was saying her name was Tia. I kept telling everybody her name isn't Tia. There it goes, and I think this confirms it. Or this confirms to me that Tala was the correct name. So yeah. Hey, thank you, Dell. I mean, I did like 4 on the day before yesterday, but yeah, pretty wild, man. Also, like on like a side note, I was cracking up. Bespin Bulletin covered my stories, right? And like in his article, he's like, Making Star Wars put this out, and then he's like in his first report, in the second report, in the third report, in the fourth report, and then there's still people on Reddit. I guess this corroborates what Making Star Wars said, huh? It's just like, you just can't win sometimes, I guess. But point is, don't let people do your reading for you on Reddit. It will not end up well, you know. And then on another little, I guess we'll call it a corrections corner, if you will. Star Wars Santa, he sent me like a bunch of pictures. I didn't plan on doing a stream right now. I was actually just getting lunch. Me and Bestman were trying to play Fortnite. Xbox keeps going down. But he was basically showing like all of the different configurations of the Inquisitor saber in the show in the in Rebels, and like how it's like it could be like that, and so they do click out. So most likely Reva's saber is gonna go both ways. All hail Lambhead, protector of the realm. Yeah, I was gonna send you an invite, but I was just gonna jump on for a second and tell people like the general news of the afternoon, because of course every Friday, I swear on Friday we almost, if we're not breaking a scoop Friday, we might as well just start at like 1:30 or something. But or else we're gonna end up doing two streams every single time. But yeah, you said it, man. You said it, Mr. Maximus. All hell Lambhead. Yeah, so that was it. I just wanted to drop that little leak that came out today, and sort of like tie it all up. If I have time, I may do another article where I try to bring it all together. And there's like little things I haven't really talked about. I'll talk about here for 1 second, but I don't know if it happens at the beginning or at the end of Kenobi. This is what's weird. He has these like little rituals that he does, and they're like funerals for people who've died. And he like digs a hole in the ground, and, like sets out his stuff, and has, like I said, a little ritual. And I am fairly positive, I'm going to say fairly positive, he does one for Nari. But I don't know if he does it for Nari at the start or at the end. I kind of can't make it make sense in the start. So there may be a callback to Nari around the end of the 6th episode that calls back. But these are like the kind of things where it's like, it's Ewan McGregor on Tatooine. Could be episode 1, could be episode 6. It's really kind of hard. So, you know what I mean? And with the reading comprehension of the internet, like people are going to put things into my mouth, say I said things that I didn't say, like never said there wasn't a trailer on May 4th, just said I didn't know, I wasn't hearing anything, so I wasn't expecting it. Nobody told me, so I figured probably not. Then there was, but I never told you there wouldn't be one. But that guy on Reddit, I can't go there and stick up for myself because they want to gatekeep me out, but still use all my info and still hit me over the head about things. So just the way that it is. Hey, how's it going, Jarl? If the Star Wars sequels are any indicator, the answer is a resounding no. I don't know what you're answering right now. Breaking news: franchise retitled Star Reva. New trilogy directed by Antifa coming soon. Yeah. I will say, once again, when it comes to people like to go and like to take things and make blanket statements about Disney on it. Rian Johnson ain't J.J. Abrams, who's not Gareth, who's not Favreau, who's not Filoni, who's not, you know what I mean? It just goes like on and on. It's like, no, these things, they're kind of not really blanket. Hey, thank you for the super chat, Christopher. I appreciate that. Will Reva have more screen time than Kenobi? Absolutely not. I once again appreciate the super chat. I believe that was almost spread just to get super chat money. Kind of ironic. I'm getting super chat money from it. So I guess thanks for not, I mean, thank you, Christopher, but thanks to that person. But yeah, no, that isn't true at all. I mean, I talked about a character's arc over 6 episodes. It's not that important. It's not that prominent. It's not to say she's not a character in the series. It's not to say she's not like one of our primary like villains throughout it. Also, like I keep seeing people that are saying, "Oh, well, she's redeemed at the end. She's redeemed." I'm sorry, but like if like for instance, if you were like a rapist and you said, "You know what? I'm not going to rape somebody," you don't get a pat on the back. Oh, you know what? I think I'm going to annihilate my whole family, and then you don't do it. You don't get a pat on the back for like just being a decent human. Like that isn't redemption. She just didn't kill it. Just didn't go through and do the worst thing she could possibly do. And that's not redemption. She still goes home and tries to go back to her daily life, as far as we know. And so when you put all of that out there, like no, it's not as simple as like they want to make it sound like, oh well, she's redeemed. Of course, well, there you go. Saw that coming. That was telephoned in. It's like, no, it's not. That's not the case at all. You know what I mean? It's like she just didn't do the worst thing in that moment. I mean, maybe there's more to it. I don't know. So this is my you guys know almost as much as I know at this point. Pretty much put everything I know out there for the most part. There's still little things here and there, little morsels that aren't really probably not too important to you. But that said, like it just that like attitude, it's such a bummer when you see it. And it's also a bummer when you see people like exploiting things to make you outraged. Because yeah, I mean, like it's really weird how I could do like this mountain of things that happened to Kenobi and like his story and what it is. And then I got like 5 seconds of like flashback with Reva twice. And people are like, oh, it's Reva's story. Because as far as I'm concerned, 20 seconds, you know what I mean? So Christopher, you don't have to worry. It's not a bait and switch. It's not any of that. That is completely a fabrication. That is taking things out of context. And I have heard that the episodes are still coming in around 47 minutes right now. For what it's worth as well. I just heard that today. I wonder what the odds are that Kenobi gets a season 2. Yeah, you know, that's a good question. I mean, there's a lot of there's you sort of you sort of get characters in this, like O'Shea Jackson Jr.'s character I almost said Token, Roken. And Roken is I think could have a big future in Star Wars going forward. And so you do end up with characters in Kenobi's like world that would allow for maybe Kenobi steps in at some point. Maybe, you know what I mean? Like those kind of stories where maybe Kenobi is intertwined. And people that it in a way, here's what I'm curious about. Right now, we like Nari. Nari walks in the first episode. We're like, Nari cannot know anything about Luke Skywalker. Too dangerous, not safe. No one can know. But after what they go through in this story together, is Roken somebody he would trust? Is Roken somebody who could come to a Kenobi that if they would have that kind of like relationship and rapport, who he knows wouldn't crack under torture and stuff like that? You know what I mean? And so Rob, you idiot. You gave $2 and 1 cent more. You weren't joking the other day. He's all, if you don't invite me, then I just end up paying. So you should just invite me. Will partisans have more screen time than Kenobi? Yes, definitely more. This is called Star Wars Partisans Part 1. But no, it'll the partisans though I think will be almost, if we took it collectively, be sort of an emerging character. And then by the time we get to the 5th episode, like here they are, we're there, and they are very much in the forefront. I mean, they're essentially the like Rebel Alliance, or not the Rebel Alliance, but our surrogate Rebel Alliance, if you will. And yeah. So, um, so he says, "Hey, remember my Anakin and opening scene question? Did you say that we definitely aren't seeing Anakin in Order 66? Yeah, I don't think we're seeing Anakin in Order 66. To be honest with you, I think we are. I think that opening is just two young Jedi escaping. It could be Reva and Nari. I don't know for certain. I can't say for certain. It could be Kamal Nanjiani for all I know at this point. But to the best of my knowledge, it's just two young Jedi and clone troopers and stuff like that are going after them. But it would be rad if there was more. You know what I mean? It's like I can't necessarily, like I was saying before. How do you know what you don't know? You know, don't know. But to the best of my knowledge, those bullet points that I said are what I would expect. I wouldn't start trying to hang more things on to the info that I put out. I feel like, for instance, when a source tells me, "Hey, yeah, Order 66 is there," then I get like two more sources, and they're like, "Yeah, it opens up with, it opens up with Order 66 and the Jedi Temple, these youngins escaping and stuff." And then I hear from like three people up to that point the same bit of information. If all three people aren't saying, "Yeah, Anakin Skywalker or Darth Vader is the one who's after them," then I kind of don't think that's going to be the case. So yeah, so I would pretty much, for the most part, expect things as I reported them. I mean, because that's what I was told, and yeah. So we'll have to see though. We'll have to see if how it comes out. Like same thing with like Emperor Palpatine. I'm always asked, is Emperor Palpatine in it? As best of my knowledge, no. And people go, well, then he must be a hologram or something like that. I'm like, well, if you want to do mental gymnastics to like make that work for you to hold on to your hope, you can. But I don't expect there to be anything like that. I don't think Palpatine's in it, for instance. Will Obi-Wan versus Vader fight be one of the best in Star Wars? Duration, skills, and choreography? I was having a conversation with a friend yesterday, and I was like, man, I wish I could not only trust. When trust isn't the right word. When people are watching, like if you were watching the fight for Episode 1 being filmed, you wouldn't necessarily know that you were going to see the most amazing Star Wars fight. Or you might say it looks like a bunch of people dancing. Or you might say it's just a lot of people swinging heavy swords. Like there's all this kind of like different ways of taking it because it's also put together in the edit. And I hope so, Russell. I mean, that would be rad. It would be great if we got the best one. But I kind of don't think so. And when I say I don't think so, I don't mean it's bad. I'm just not sure if it's gonna be what we think. Thanks, Matt. Super chat, or is that super chat from Matt? Came up orange. I don't think I've ever got an orange one, dude. Thank you. Thanks for all your hard work and all the great content you produce, even if you broke my heart on Kamal's role. Yeah, man. Matt has been teasing me for the past like couple of weeks because I was on Santa's show and like people kept asking, "Is Kamal Nanjiani the droid?" I'm like, "No," and then he just kept doing it. Like, ooh. But thanks, dude. I appreciate the support, man. It does mean a lot. The fact that you guys support the channel and stuff, it's pretty rad, and makes it somewhere I can do this instead of doing something else. But and thank you, Rob. Even though I should have invited you now because you paid to be in the chat. Yeah, I'm looking forward to all the new OB memes, right? Yeah, that's one of the things about like when you talk to anybody on the Mando stuff, they're really aware of the meme stuff. Like even like as I was watching, I've had conversations with them about the stuff. When I was watching the Book of Boba Fett gallery stuff, you could see how they almost picked things that they knew would be memes. I don't know if anybody's taken that Robert Rodriguez human centipede and made it into a meme GIF yet, but we definitely need that video footage for the show because that definitely belongs on the show. It's ridiculous, and hopefully Rob checks it out this weekend if he has time. But all right, everyone, I'm going to go back and finish my lunch. It's not piss, I swear. And yeah, we'll be back on Monday, or if anything else happens, I'll be back over the weekend. But hopefully we all get a good weekend off from Star Wars. We come back regenerated and recharged. I think that's what I mean to say. And we got one last riding on my bantha on the sands of Tatooine like this. Yes, like a bantha. All right, everyone, have a good weekend. Be cool, be safe, and all that stuff. Remember, we are still in a pandemic, even though everybody's acting like we're not. But yeah, you all put on your big boy, big girl pants. So bye, everybody. Thank you, and thank you for the super chats, you guys. I appreciate it so much.
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
You know you should go.
Come on, let's go. It's not about spaceships. Hey!
Bye.